Hi, welcome to Mates, physical space in Kalasatama, Helsinki, by Union of Entrepreneurs and Founders. We do a few things here. We start our own projects, businesses, and also we invest in tech startups. But before we dive in, check out this tour that we just did around here.
Hey, how's it going? Come in, come on, come in. Welcome. Startup Studio and Hub Mates. Here you are, come in. This is our new space, recently opened a few months ago. Come on here. We got around 13 working desk spaces here, and then some lounge area for sitting workspaces. Over 20 people can be working here simultaneously, and I'll show you what's next here. We have a lounge and then a nice neon sign. We are wondering what should we add here. Maybe it should be some more greener things around to make it more beautiful, and then lounge and so on. So here we have a phone booth. Come in. Or imagine that I'm going for a super important meeting with my investor. I got the investor meeting here, and now you can hear me because I got the mic. But otherwise, you know what it is. Let's go. Next, we got a presentation area. It's right here. There was a company here having a presentation. It was 30 people fitted here perfectly. We have some extra chairs to put in here so you can enjoy the presentation. And there's this gigantic screen. It is actually touch, and then there is a computer embedded there. When I've seen this first time, I didn't know these things exist. So this is whole. It's like a big tablet, and you can touch it and you can navigate it. You can do the brainstorming sessions here as well, or the presentations. And then the capacity is 30 people, perfect. And if it's more, then it'll be a bit tight, but you can survive with that. Let's go further. We got the kitchen and the toilets over there. Let's not go there. And then the island here with lots of kitchenware inside and more work desks areas there. You can sit down and enjoy the sun shining and then working from there. In a bit I'll tell you more what the heck Mates actually is, but then before that let me show you our meeting room. And some people have been actually working here already. You'll see a lot of things there. Let's not look what are those confidential, because I don't know, those are not even mine. But then the meeting room is available for the meetings or brainstorming sessions. And here we are in Mates Startup Hub and the studio, opened recently. Now you've seen the space actually, and it looks amazing. I love it here. We've kind of opened it ourselves when we moved in. The walls been here, but then everything else was empty. So we ordered and built some tables and chairs. Then we found out these beautiful things here. Luckily, we didn't need to do any renovation, so the flooring is like it is, and it's clean and nice. And yeah, now it is operational. So if you feel, for example, like hosting a business event, like let's speak about that, and we are happy to welcome you here. And then also we wanted to do more of incubation of new projects. Like I'm running my projects and I'm inviting people over, so we use this space for that. Or we are also open for the investing into the startups. So then if you have a startup and you wish to raise the round, so we can help you out with that. And meanwhile, you can utilize this facility. It is rather empty now because we just opened. We're still crystallizing the concept and we are not sure what it will be in the end. But me and some other of my partners and some other startuppers are working from here. But let's have a sit, let's chill for a bit, and I'll tell you more.
All right, after the tour, we can chill down a bit, breathe a bit. I'm still stressed on the camera. But then maybe a few things that I can share with you guys, and you can think of maybe how can you help us or we can help you. But then before that, I'm adding some context. So why this space exists, and how we thought about all of that and how we came up with this idea. And like a typical entrepreneur or a founder, we walk from problems, and then there are several problems that we felt needs to be solved in our areas of life. And I think the first one is that own social craving in the social circles, and then the wish to have more great people around, people to build and start businesses together, people to hang out, make events, help each other, mentor, spar, or even co-invest or co-start ventures. So this was the first obvious pain. The second one was that actually came from investors of this space, and then this is maybe a so-called syndicate of angel investors who noticed a clear problem that they have. So when they give a tickets to their startup, so they do investment, they observe how these beginner founders, they go and spend the money wrongly. And it's nothing wrong to be spending money wrongly or to making mistakes, but then if you put yourself in the shoes of angel investor, it feels wrong, right? So then how come you you give your earned money to someone and then they go and make the mistakes on your money instead of their money? So we thought, what can we do about that? And then the co-founder of this space, so he actually had this idea like way before. So he was like, okay, but how about we start something called, startup studio or venture studio? So it is a not new concept, and I think there are like several in the world already, somehow piloting similar models. So the studio means that there's several projects that are being started from the same space, and then there are different teams who are running the same projects, and then the resources are shared. And then sometimes there is the synergy between different projects that are started from the same space. In addition, in the space, you might have some extra expertise, you might have mentors, you might have some programs. You probably heard of company Antler. Antler runs this accelerator program for their founders, and then they invest in somebody in the end of it. So it is another approach to that. So we thought of, okay, but what can we do? How can we solve all these problems? And then we came up with this, hub and studio model. So hub meaning it is more about people, it's more about the community, it's people who are sharing the same vision, who want to do the same, and who share our passion to entrepreneurship and earning money, making the world better, creating the value. So it's about the community, and then the studio, it's about starting actual projects. So this is how me for the past year tested many ideas, started several projects. I think you need to check my another episode that also coming around the same time about, unsuccess of those or small successes there. But then for me not to be able to be super stressed and really suffer from like the results. So the studio helps. So studio shares the resources and help me to get somewhere. So this was the whole problem and the concept behind it. And guess what we've done? We've searched for the space, and we found this beautiful space in Kalasadama. And then we were like, okay, that's it. And then we rented it. We got the lease done, and then it was empty. Then we put some furniture, and I'll show you like here or here. You'll see the videos and the pictures how it was, and some progress and how we got it done. And with the time, it became actually nice. So we've done everything ourselves, and also it's fully self-funded because it's a commercial model. We'd like to cultivate new projects like we want to cultivate them. We don't want to be dependent from Finnish government or another public funding. So it is the venture is fully financed by the from the commercial side. So now we are 3 months in approximately, and the venue is ready. So the events are kind of happening here. And then what we figure out, what was like one of our biggest learning as a typical startup founders, we first do, and then we see what is the traction, what is the feedback there, what are the metrics that we are observing. So we figure out that it is way harder than we estimated it to be. So we understood that we actually need way bigger funding. We actually need way more people present in the studio model to actually direct those projects, startups. We also need way more structure. We need to build certain programs. I already mentioned about Antler. So we need to build this maybe 10-week sprint that we do, and then we need to introduce these cohort scenarios. So it's not as simple as straightforward as we thought it like first. And also we didn't find like that many crazy great community members that would join in and would be superstars and kind of helping us like building it together. So we tuned down our expectations and ambitions. Now we are working on a strategy and like, okay, what it actually will be. So we understand that maybe venture studio or startup studio in a in a normal context. Maybe it's not completely what we are building here, but something else. But then also we are not canceling on our promises. We are scouting for new projects and the founders who we see a potential in and who we can invest. So the fund is still there. The syndicate of angel investors, they are still investing. We are still sourcing for the projects, and we're still starting our own projects. So there are, for example, this real estate related AI tool now in the pipeline. It's moving to the MVP stage, so MVP will be built. So we are continuing on doing what we are doing. We just less building the brand of Mates Studio and Hub. So here probably also your help essential. So what you'd like to see, how you'd like to, what's needed here, or how can we make it better together. So if you're watching until this time, so then you surely see some value in what I'm sharing. So let's catch up separately. Let's discuss how it is, and how can we be helpful to our community. Oh, the sun is shining like straight to my eyes. It is wonderful in Helsinki. We also have a terrace. We had a community after work a week ago. Cool. So what's happened next? We are back to the strategy related work. So we are building the business model around this place. We are figuring out what it is for us, like how we want it to see. And we ask your help here. Please comment, go, let's discuss it. Go follow me on LinkedIn and give likes to my post, and let's schedule calls. I'm super open about that. Become part of our community that we don't know towards what we are going yet, but we're figuring this out. And cool. That was me, Roman from Mates, and stay tuned. Bye.